Say good morning to Aristotle Telly Savalas, who plays the title role in Kojak, the new CBS and Channel 11 program. Mr. Savalas is a man of many parts, and you have seen him mostly in heavy roles. I get the impression when I see you, Telly, of great strength and great power and great authority, and most of your roles actually reflect that, don't they?
Well, it's nice of you to put it that way. Usually you say the best heavy in the business, which I resent. I think the tragedy of the times is that people remember you when you carried a gun or stuck the knife in the chick. But I promise you, reviewing my career, even though it's a brief one, no, I'm getting to be a veteran now. It's almost 11 years. The parts have been varied, have been elastic. Pontius Pilate in The Greatest Story Ever Told. The effeminate New England millionaire swishing down a gangplank in Lovers of All. The sympathetic intern, doctor in The Interns. The psychiatrist in The Slender Thread. People only remember when you blow somebody's heads off.
Why is that? Just a symptom of our whole culture as far as violence is concerned?
I think you hit it right on the head. I'd rather they remembered me when I was soft and sentimental and went meow.
Loving.
That's right, you're wise to me.
You mean underneath it all, you're really a pussycat.
You better believe it, baby.
This role of Kojak, we had Marjo on our program not too long ago. He was in the Marcus Nelson murders, out of which Kojak came, right?
Right.
And it was an interesting role. You figure him for a pretty honest portrayal of a cop?
That's right. I think it's time that television stop painting law enforcement officer as commercial and synthetic. There's a guy in the streets, and 24 hours a day he's exposed to an awful lot of danger. And I think that's, for me, it's inconceivable. Put a couple of dollars on a line, put a gun on a poor guy, and he's out there the target for anybody. You agree?
I think you're right. I think too often we probably make our policemen, and I think writers are guilty of it too, super beings instead of human beings who
Absolutely.
are uniform,
Kojak's going to boo-hoo every once in a while, baby. He's going to be a human being. He's going to go home and cry. He's going to be sentimental. He's going to be people.
How much say do you have in the scripts, Tom?
Well, listen, if they put me in front of the camera, you got total say if you're going to walk off. No, well, what it is, I think, is just artists get together, and there's so much talent on this show, from the production point of view, that I don't think they can help but create something which is a documentary approach to life, as it is in a major city.
Do you miss at all the days when you were so active in news and in that aspect of your life?
That was an exciting time, I think. The great responsibility, which I know you must feel when you're up in front of the people, and it's your job to inform as honestly and as accurately as possible. In a way, I'll try to apply that past training to the character of Kojak, and I look forward to it.
When you were a director of special events for a big network, you were an important man, but you were not before the public. Now fame came to you, and you have piled one success on another. And I want to be corny about that. But that did change your life, not only, obviously with more money and so forth, but it did give you fame and glory, Telly. How did it change your life? How did it change the man?
Success that way is a very traumatic experience. I thank God for my maturity coming into the business, because I was able to adjust. All of a sudden you feel you'll reach the top of your profession and you'll make $40,000, $50,000 a year. Top man. Now they pay you that in a week. Everybody comes over and says how wonderful you are. Wasn't that wonderful before? When you were paying me $1.50? That kind of adjustment. Luckily, as I say, I thank God that I've been around a while and I can take it tongue-in-cheek, enjoy it, and I do. But now I think it's back to go do what you're doing. What network do you work for? Come take your job, Milton.
Telly, can I ask you about your hair and how? And you won't be offended. Great.
You're pretty,
how long
right?
have you been wearing your scalp that way?
Well, I did a picture called The Greatest Story Ever Told. And this was a picture about Jesus Christ. And George Stevens, a very great director, says, Telly, I'd like you to play Pontius Pilate, and I'd like you to shave your head. He says, forget about past concepts of the man. I mean, he was a governor and a general, and he ruled with an iron fist. And it would give me a feeling of power if I could shave your head. How do you feel about that? I says, listen, the price is right. I don't care. I says, but I do have a caution. I've got lots of little children at home, and I don't want Papa to come home and they'd be, scared or frightened. seeing the old man different. He says, well, bring him in. I said, but you're ready to shoot. We'll shoot tomorrow. He cancels production, $50,000 or $60,000 a day. I bring every kid in the world in. They start shaving my head. They never noticed. They never noticed.
And from that time to this, you've just
No, because pictures were kept waiting for me, and I never had a chance to let my hair grow. You know, I got more hair than both of you.
Yeah, that's right. All right, we're going to get the real clincher that Faith was leading up to.
Yeah.
How attractive a quality is this to women? Baldness.
Unfortunately, Madison Avenue doesn't consider it an attractive concept to women. I promise you, away from the camera, things are okay here.
That's a very diplomatic way of saying it.
How often do you have to shave?
I just think of it as a lot of face, so every morning I just keep going
I
up and
see.
up and up.
That's a great way to put it.
This man's very easy with personal questions.
Go
What's
ahead.
the worst thing ever happened to you in show business?
I became an actor. Did I throw you with that?
Yeah, I'm
You
thinking
threw
about
me.
it.
Glad you keep thinking, because I ain't
I
going
will.
to take you off.
Well, what's the worst
The worst
part
thing
you've
that
had? Yes, you know. What situation have you been in that really
Truthfully,
galled
I
you?
can think of none as an actor that has been a bad situation. It's all been fun, but when you measure the overall, it has taken me away because of the irresponsibility of it all. It has taken me away from things that I would love to do. And I think I've reached that stage in my life where I've got to say, all right, Telly, acting comes easy and you like it. Most of my life I was doing it for free anyway. Now it's time to get on with it and do things with a little more responsibility and with a little more substance.
If someone would ask you, Telly, to write in a paragraph what kind of a man Aristotle Telly Savalas is, how would you reply?
I'd say I go any way the wind blows, baby.
You're that flexible, Telly?
Flexibility
really?
has nothing to do with affectionate elasticity, and that's how I see myself.
Say that again.
say that.
Well, I don't know what I said.
Is somebody,
Suppose I said
is
it
somebody
well.
writing
Writing
that
that
down?
down.
Affectionate elasticity.
Yeah. All I mean by that is if I'm in Italy, I'm going to use my hands.
Right.
And if I'm in another part of the world, I gotta get in and mix in.
How long would you... that's too much philosophy for a morning program. How long would you like to see Kojak run?
That's a question the first question that I will not answer candidly. In television, I've kind of been the reluctant dragon. I've been pursued, and I say that affectionately, by the CBS network to do shows of the past, and I've refused. I promised that when the show does come along, I would do it only for this network. Let's say that the show has come along and I'm going to give it a shot. How long do I want it to run? Life's excitement for me is its unpredictability. If I thought that it was going to go for 5 or 6 years, I'd jump off the balcony and I was 22 years down.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
It's the man who's the exponent of affectionate elasticity.
Elasticity.
I like it. I like it.
I like it
I'm
very
going to
much.
remember that.
Telly Savalas, the lead player and the title player of Kojak on CBS and Channel 11. And we'll be back with more of Omelette in just a minute.